Welcome to the module on rigid pavement. In this module, we will be discussing about the design mix of PQC, that is pavement quality concrete. What is PQC? As discussed earlier, pavement quality concrete or PQC is a cement concrete made with large size aggregates in accordance with IRC specifications and laid over a dry lean concrete subbase. This construction is used specifically for highway concrete pavements and for airport runway pavements as it can take heavier loads. PQC stands for pavement quality concrete. The grade of PQC is generally M40 and is designed as per IRC 44 2017, the latest code. PQC is used for construction of concrete roads as a top layer. The top layer of the highways having thickness of 300 mm in general. Sometimes it can be more than that also, but depends upon the load carrying capacity or the traffic load the road is actually exposed to. The objective of a design of concrete mixes is to arrive at the most economical and practical combinations and proportions of different ingredients to produce a concrete that will meet the performance requirement under specified conditions of use. It is an integral part of a concrete mix. Proportioning is the preparation of trial mixes and effecting adjustments to such trials to strike a balance between the requirement of placement, that is workability and strength, concomitantly satisfying the durability requirements. The principles on which we generally do the mixed design of PQC grade concrete is the basic principles which underlines the proportioning of mixes are Abraham's law for strength development and Lay's rule for making mix with adequate workability for placement in a dense state so as to enable the strength development as contemplated. Mixed proportion is generally carried out for a particular compressive strength or flexural strength requirements, ensuring that fresh concrete of the mix so proportioned possesses adequate workability for placement without segregation and bleeding while attaining a dense state. Abraham's law, also called as Abraham's water cement ratio law, is a concept in civil engineering. The law states that the strength of a concrete mix is inversely related to the mass ratio of water to cement. That means as the water content increases, the strength of the concrete decreases. The Lay's rule states that for a given material, the consistency of a fresh cement concrete is determined exclusively by the free water content of the mix. The Lay's rule, stated in 1932, says constant water content for constant concrete consistency. Exposure conditions are defined as mild, moderate, severe, very severe and extreme. Mild exposure condition is the one where concrete surface are protected against weather or aggressive conditions except those stipulated in coastal areas. Severe conditions are defined as a concrete surface exposed to severe rain, alternate wetting and drying, or occasional freezing while wet or severe condensations. Concrete completely immersed in seawater, concrete exposed to coastal environments will be covered under severe exposure conditions. Moderate exposure conditions are such surfaces or such concrete surfaces sheltered from the severe rain or freezing while wet, concrete exposed to condensation and rain, or concrete continuously underwater, concrete in contact or buried under non-aggressive soils or groundwater, concrete surface sheltered from saturated salt air in coastal areas will be covered under moderate exposure conditions. Very severe exposure conditions are defined as concrete surface exposed to seawater spray, corrosive fumes, or severe freezing conditions while wet. Concrete in contact with or buried under aggressive subsoils or groundwaters are covered under the very severe exposure conditions. Extreme conditions are the conditions where the concrete surface of members are in tidal zone, members in direct contact with liquid or solid aggressive chemicals will be treated as exposed to extreme exposure conditions. Coming to degree of quality control, degree of quality control again is divided in three categories, that is very good, good and fair. Very good category is considered when the fresh cement from single source and regular test, weigh batching of all materials, aggregates are supplied in single sizes, control of aggregates gradings and moisture content, control of water added, frequent supervisions, regular workability and strength test, and there is a field laboratory facilities available at the site, then such conditions are said to have exist, and a very good quality control, degree of quality control is being maintained in the project site. A good degree of quality control is considered when a carefully stored cement and periodic tests are being conducted, weigh batching of all materials is being done, controlled water, graded aggregates supplied, occasional grading and moisture test is being conducted, periodic checks of workability and strength are being done, intermittent supervision and experienced workers availability will cover the good degree of quality control. The degree of quality control is said to be fair when a proper storage of cement, volume batching instead of weigh batching of all aggregates allowed for bulking of sand, weigh batching for cement, water content controlled by inspection of mixes, and occasional supervision and test are in place, that then the degree of quality control is said to be exercised as fair degree of quality control in place. The design stipulations, if you see, like for designing a mix of PQC, we need to have some design stipulations. This generally talks about the input data which is required or which one has to consider in order to start the design mix of the concrete. Like for example, you need to know the grade designation, like what grade of concrete one has to use in PQC, what type of cement, whether it is OPC 43 or APC 53 grade cement or any other type of cement recommended by IRC 44. Type of mineral admixtures needs to be defined in this case, because like whether you are going to be using GGBFS or fly ash, which is conforming to IS 3812 part 1. The nominal size of aggregate, that is whether it is 31.5 mm aggregate or 26.5 or 19 mm aggregate. Minimum cement content, that is OPC, which is generally 360 kgs per cubic meter as stated in IRC 15 2017, and maximum water cement ratio has to be 0.4, again as stated in IRC 15 2017 clause 4.5.1. Workability or the slump requirement for concrete is generally 25 plus minus 15. Exposure conditions, again the exposure conditions can be different depending upon the place or the location where the PQC needs to be braved. So for example, like we have considered in this example, like the exposure conditions can be moderate. The degree of supervision kept good. Type of aggregate, it can be a crushed angular aggregates. Maximum percentage of fly ash by weight of cementitious materials which can be used as stated in IRC 15, it is 25%. Now the type of chemical admixtures being used in the mix needs to be stated, like whether it is a water reducing admixture or a super plasticizer and so on. So in this particular example, we have defined that as we will be using super plasticizer as the chemical admixtures. The materials to be used in PQC design mixes, the combined gradation, which is given in MORTH, is depending upon the maximum size of aggregate being 31.5 millimeter. This is a single size which is given in MORTH, and the set of sieves are defined as per table 600.3. So when we design the combined grading in terms of moles, if you see, then the aggregates needs to pass through the set of sieves which is being given on the left hand side of the column, that is 31.5, then 26.5, 19 mm sieve, 9.5 mm sieve, 4.75 mm sieve, 600 micron, 150 microns, and then the 75 microns. Then the corresponding percentage passing will be the limits for the grading of the materials which has to be used as a PQC mix if you are using MORTH as your guidelines for selection of combined gradation. If you are choosing IRC 44 as your combined gradation, then you have left with options like you can go for 3 types of nominal size of aggregates. One is 31.5, second is 26.5, and the third is 19 mm as being the nominal size of the aggregate. Nominal size is the size of the aggregate from which 90 to 100% of the material is passing, and maximum size being the sieve size through which 100% of the material is being passed. So if you are chosen like 31.5 mm is the nominal size of the PQC material to be used in a project, then the set of sieves which you have to follow is the first column, which is 37.5, 100% passing you should have, 31.5 sieve you should have 90 to 100 mm passing. So 9.5 mm sieve you should have the material 45 to 65 mm, and then so on, like 75 micron passing. If it is wet sieving, it is 0 to 2%. If it is dry wet sieving, 0 to 5% or 0 to 2%. So 0 to 5 is for crushed sand and 0 to 2 is for natural sand. So this is the difference, basic difference between the IRC 44 combined gradation and the Morse combined gradation. If you see both the combined gradations, IRC 44 is more friendly and more detailed because it talks about different types of nominal size of aggregates, and also it talks about the different type of sands being used to go for the design of the PQC mixes. The combined gradation will also help you to identify the percentage of each type of aggregate to be used in order to get the proportions, like what should be the proportion of 31.5 mm aggregate, what should be the proportion of 20 mm aggregate, what should be the proportion of 10 mm aggregate, and what should be the proportion of the fine aggregate. So the combined aggregate gradation is generally used for getting the proportion of the coarse aggregate and the fine aggregate, and under the coarse aggregate again it depends upon the combination of different aggregates which are being combined together to produce a coarse aggregate in general. So selection of target mean strength is the basic starting point for doing any design mixes. So the procedure to fix the target mean strength for mixed proportioning is again based on either flexural strength or compressive strength. For each case, whether it is flexural or compressive, you will have two different equations given as per IRC 44, and it is recommended to adapt the higher value as the target mean strength of the mix under consideration. So if it is based on the flexural strength, the two equations which are being given are either F dash CR is equal to FCR plus 1.65 times SF, where SF is the standard deviation of the flexural strength, and in the absence you can go for the standard values as given in table. Or the second equation is F dash CR is equal to FCR plus 0.55. So that means if your FCR, the designed flexural strength is 4.5, then 4.5 plus 0.55 will give you the one target value, and 4.5 plus 1.65 times the standard deviation will give the second flexural strength. So based on the calculation of the target flexural strength, the one which is maximum will be chosen as the target mean strength of the mixes. Similarly, if you are doing your mixes using a compressive strength, then again in the compressive strength also you have to follow two equations. One is with the current margin and the other one is the using the standard deviations. So after calculating the target strength using both the equations, the one which is giving you the maximum value will be chosen as the target mean strength of that particular grade of concrete in PQC. So in this particular example, we have decided to go for the flexural strength criteria to select the target mean strength of the mix which is being chosen for PQC. So the two equations which will be used for calculations are F dash CR is equal to FCR plus 1.65 times S, or F dash CR is equal to FCR plus 0.55. So F dash CR is the target flexural strength in Newton per millimeter squares at 28 days. FCR is the characteristic flexural strength in Newton per millimeter squares at 28 days. S is the standard deviation in Newton per millimeter square, which is works out to be 0.4 as per table 5 of IRC 44 for a given value of FCR. So this is how you calculate the standard deviation values based on the given flexural strength values. In this particular example, we have chosen our FCR as 4.5, so the corresponding standard deviation will be 0.4, which is being stated on the top. So by using the given values, the minimum flexural strength for which the PQC is to be designed is 4.5 megapascal. The target flexural strength using the equation 1, which is on the left hand side, that is F dash CR is equal to FCR plus 1.65 times standard deviation, works out to be 5.16 MPa, and the target flexural strength based on the second equation, which is F dash CR is equal to FCR plus 0.55, that means 4.5 plus 0.5 works out to be 5.05 MPa. Now, if you see the two equations, the one equation is giving you 5.16 MPa and the second equation is giving you 5.05 MPa. The greater value is 5.16 MPa. So for this mix, for this particular PQC mix, we will go for the target mean strength of 5.16 MPa. So to summarize this module, we talked about the definition of the PQCs. We talked about the principles of the mixed designs of the PQCs, the importance of the design stipulations in the deciding the mixed designs, selection of the target strength for PQC mixed designs, the objectives of mixed designs, the role of degree of quality control while doing a particular. And in the next module, we will be talking about the detailed methodology to be adopted for PQC mixed designs, which will be stated as PQC mixed design part 2. Till then, thank you.